I just have a short presentation I can show you to give you more insight about the MacBook Pro, okay? It's been known to be one of the most reliable laptops ever since.
Oh, okay.
So one might ask, why the MacBook Pro? We live in a very advanced technological world where people are extremely busy. You know, time is running short for more people more and more these days. Where people need to be able to handle various technological needs. You may need your device to be able to accommodate the amount of travel you do, whereas a desktop, of course, would not be able to. People want devices that they can depend on, and they don't want to have to buy a new laptop after 1 or 2 years. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a laptop device before?
Yes, I have.
And about how long would you say last laptop lasted?
Let's say probably right at 2 years.
Right at 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And would you say that's kind of been an ongoing thing for your laptops, or?
I would say.
Well, with the highly capable, mobile, dependable Apple MacBook Pro, every one of these customers' needs are met. The details about the MacBook Pro is that it can range from 13, as you can see, 13 inches, up to 15 inches. It has a storage ranging from 128 gigabytes to 512 gigabytes and can go up to, it's configurable to 4 terabytes. That's something that you can't hardly find in an extended hard drive. So here we also have a processing memory that ranges from 8 to 16 gigabytes and conformable up to 32 gigabytes, which is hard to find in even gaming computer systems. Meaning that this laptop can run multiple functions at a high speed without breaking down on you, without showing that blue screen that some Windows laptops do. And it just is highly capable to do whatever you need it to do. Now, and it also has a long-lasting battery, up to 30 hours of standby time. That means if you leave it on 100%, it won't die until maybe 6 hours into the next day. It has a FaceTime camera of 720. You know, most laptops, of course, they might have the little webcam in the front, but usually it is not high definition. Usually it's even maybe less than the front camera on most mobile phones nowadays. But the MacBook Pro has a 720 high definition HD FaceTime camera, whereas if you want to FaceTime a friend that may be on a Apple Watch or maybe an iPhone, you're able to do that because Apple is capable of doing the FaceTime with whatever device has that ability. Whether that be a watch, a phone, another iPad, another iPod, or another MacBook Pro. Alright, and it starts as low as $12.99. I'm not speaking $12.99.
$1,299
Yes, ma'am.
for that small computer.
Now, as you can see, it may be small in size and compact in size. One of the biggest things about that is, you know, the lighter it is, the lighter it falls. And the biggest thing is that this laptop has so many capabilities that surpasses most competition. And there's barely any Windows computer that can really touch it enough to really be competition. So because of the demand and because of all of its capabilities and its unmatchable advanced technology, $12.99, I will show you why it's such a reasonable price. So why MacBook over other laptops? So this is why. Now see, the MacBook Pro, it has a lifespan average of 6 years, and it can last over 10 years of usage. Meaning that you use it as a regularly you regularly use your laptop, it can last you up to 10 years. You're talking about 10 years from now having the same device and not having to pay that $800. It's easy to upgrade. Now, usually with computers, I know with Windows, I've had Windows. You update the computer, it's shutting everything down, it's following one step, 2 steps, 3 steps, and it's taking what? It could take from 30 minutes to an hour. But a MacBook Pro, it makes it very easy to update. Given that's why it can last up to 10 years, because when you're updating the software, it's virus resistant. You know, most computers, you're talking about, you know, letting your little kids get on it, or maybe accidentally clicking on something, and maybe an advertisement that puts a virus on your computer. Well, I want to assure you that the MacBook Pro is actually virus resistant. It's simple, yet great. It allows it not to be so vulnerable to viruses. Now, it can run. Now, let's say you love the Windows. I like how the Windows look. I love the software, being able to press start at the left side of my screen. Well, let me tell you something. The MacBook Pro can run Windows and Mac software. Meaning that, okay, maybe I don't like exiting down the left side of my screen. I want to do it on the right, as I usually do. You have that capability of an option with the MacBook Pro. Well, the MacBook Pro is very user-friendly, and it is made to accommodate the customer to be able to access whatever they need to access at an instant, basically. Now, and you said that it was $12.99. Why would you pay $12.99 for a MacBook Pro? Well, with all of these different things, it makes it actually cheaper in the long run. If you're talking about years down the road, it's going to be cheaper. You're spending less money, spending money on the MacBook Pro, investing into your laptop experience in comparison to Windows laptops. Now, just a brief thing about Windows laptops in comparison. They have a lifespan that ranges from 2 to 3 years, which is half of the lifespan of a MacBook Pro. It gets difficult with updating process. It's very prone to viruses. This is why its lifespan is so short. It has limited software capabilities, meaning that you can't run Mac software on the Windows, but you can do it on the Mac. It can get ultra complicated as far as, I remember I've worked Windows 10, I've worked the higher Windows, the more lately Windows software, and it can get kind of complicated when you're trying to find exactly what you need, especially to the former softwares. And it can get pricey over the years given its short lifespan. Now, let's say you're spending $600 on a laptop, and it's pretty decent. Okay, that could be a little less than half of the MacBook Pro. But let's say it messes up in 2 years. Then you might have to get another $600 laptop. So that's $1,200 in 2 years. And if that messes up in 4 years, you buy another one. Another $600 laptop. You would be spending, over the span of 6 years, $1,800 for half of the quality and for half of the experience. This is why spending that price is actually reasonable. So why does the MacBook Pro work? You had bad experiences as far as your laptops lasting for only 2 years. The MacBook Pro can expand the lifespan of the experience that you have with your laptop. You know, these things you can get attached to these things. And to see it go after 2 years sometimes is not enough. But to be able to have a laptop that you know you can depend on, and you know that can last you for years, and you won't have to go and buy another one and have to go through that lengthy process. I believe that the MacBook Pro actually works in that situation for you. Questions?
don't know if I have any further questions. You
Well-
explained everything so well.
Wow. Well, I definitely appreciate it. And this is why I'm here. I'm here to help. I'm here to make sure that you're very informed before you make such a wise decision. So, Miss Vicky, what is stopping us from having to enhance your laptop experience today?